So morning, and just starting on your mat, wherever you're most comfortable. Have a lie down if your body needs it, or if you prefer seated, whatever feels right. And we'll just have a few minutes to enjoy the position that we've just chosen. Starting to relax. Notice where you're holding tension. Just scanning through your body. There are always certain parts, I feel, that we always hold a little bit of tension. And we know that that's our little area that perhaps always needs a bit of work. Could be upper back and shoulders, or the lower back. Tension in the hips, all the joints sometimes hold what we've done physically, but also emotionally and mentally can get held in these parts of the body. Which is why when we move into all these different poses, it's wonderful to feel it physically, but it also has that added benefit of releasing what we're holding emotionally. So just have a few deep breaths. Noticing the quality of your breath in the moment. Do you feel like you can breathe deeply, easily? Or is it forced today? Does your breath naturally want to be shallow? So just checking in. What do you need from your practice today? It's a question I often ask, because to actually just sit down for a few moments and think about what you need in your day, from your day, can sometimes be quite difficult to answer. Or if we're very tuned in, we know exactly what we need. So we'll have a few moments in our meditation shortly. So if you're lying down, just start to have like a nice full body stretch. If you're seated, you can just roll the shoulders, maybe just tilt the head a few times, whatever feels nice. And then drawing your knees in, have a lovely rock. Take this moment just to check in with how your back's feeling. Sometimes it isn't till we actually lie down on our back and move a little that we notice that certain areas are more tight than others. And then coming to seated, we'll have take our zazen, so 5 minutes. And I think this morning we'll just sit quietly and just see what the mind wants to bring up and show us and reveal. Whether the mind is really busy and bouncing from thought to thought, or whether you get stuck on one single thought. The purpose is just to be very consciously aware of it. So let's sit quietly. We'll rest our hands. Relax our body. Just let the eyelids close. Soften through the head and neck. And we'll follow our breath, because the breath is the way to try and stay in the moment. This lovely few minutes that we get in our day of silence and stillness. Noticing if you can relax your face. Just witnessing your thoughts. Staying with your breath. Just noticing your thoughts. And we'll just take one more breath. Gently coming back into our practice. How conscious were you in your meditation then? Could you follow where your mind and your thoughts jumped? Where did they start? Where did they end? And what were all the little thoughts in between? Sometimes it's quite interesting and amusing just to sort of analyse how the thought process goes, being that witness to them. Okay, so our first pose is oyster. So a seated position, bringing the right leg in front of the left, but rather than sort of crossing the legs and tucking them under, we bring out the shins sort of almost parallel to each other. And you'll feel that a little bit more around the hips. So quite a gentle pose, but definitely feeling it around our hips. This is lovely for our gallbladder. And then just gently resting forwards, only as far as you want to lean into this sensation. Relaxing shoulders, upper back, and just tuning in. As you start to relax, you can really feel the sensation develop. And can you feel it more one side than the other? Or is it quite even? And just checking in to see if your calf muscles are relaxed and if there's any tension there. Just breathing to your belly. And just enjoying this sort of gradual tilt forward that you get as everything just starts to soften. How do you feel in this pose? The deep, deep stretch that you get, is it a welcome sensation? Where are you on your threshold? Are you holding back a little, or are you at the edge of this feeling? Notice if your breath often becomes shallow. And just try to direct it a little bit more. Check in every now and then whether the buttocks tense up. And then we'll just take one more breath. Gently lifting up. We're going to lie down in between coming to the other side, just so that we can sort of feel that sensation fade. And then come in the other side with that fresh feeling. So have a lie down. Gently just move your body if you need to. And then relax. Perhaps you can feel some really intense temperature change in the buttocks, the hips, the sides of the thighs, even the inner thighs. Trying to relax the abdomen if you feel tight in the muscles here, as it takes time to relax through your back. How long does it take to really relax through your back? And so maybe the sensation's fading now. We'll draw the knees in, gently rocking, giving anywhere a little rub if you need to. And we're going to come up for the other side. Being curious, I wonder if it will feel the same or whether there'll be a very different sensation, just simply swapping our shins over. So left leg comes to the front. And just right leg slips behind. And again, just exploring, how does it feel? You might not be able to come down as far as you did initially. We'll take this time here just to soften. Is there a different sensation around the hip and thigh? And sometimes if it is a really different sensation, it's very, very odd. We've simply just swapped the legs over, but how can it be so different? And just trying to breathe deeply to belly, open up into the chest. Keep relaxing, even if you find just little bits of tension as everything starts to soften. Maybe leaning forward becomes easier. Just seeing if there's a bit more movement as you really soften here now. Are you enjoying the pose? Does it feel good? Notice the thoughts and feelings that come up with this deep hip position. And then we'll just take one more breath. Slowly coming up and then lying down. Quite intense into the sides of our body there. So just moving slowly as you relax outwards. The slow pace of yin is just so lovely to lend itself to being so mindful of our body, our breath, our mind. So following any movement in chi. You might find there's sensations you feel through the body that you are surprised to feel in certain areas. Might even be the chest, down by the feet or toes. And then we'll gently just bring our knees in. Enjoy a nice little hug and a rock. Rolling in small circles, feeling the lower back. And then we're going to roll up, coming onto our belly for amphibian. This pose is really lovely to get a little bit of a lower back bend, but also opening up through the hips. So with this pose, I do tend to use a little blanket under the thigh, just in case it feels a bit more comfortable here. So we lie down, drawing the right leg up. We'll start with the right leg, leaving the left leg nice and straight. And you may also find that just perhaps a little support under the ribs or the chest is quite nice, just so that you can actually relax. You might want to block for your head. And just gently tuning into how this feels. If there's any sciatic twinges going on, just lower into the pose. And if this pose doesn't suit you at all, please choose something else, a two-sided pose that does suit you. And relax, just trying to find all the parts of the body that are fighting against relaxing. Gently trying to soften into your shoulders and upper back as well, head and neck. As the pose gently softens, you might find you can bring your knee higher if you want to. You might be able to come a little bit higher onto the elbows. There's a bit more space in the lower back. Just being mindful of if anything is painful, releasing out. Can you relax the buttocks? Soften into the sides of your waist, especially the left side. And how does it feel now that you've been here a few minutes? Notice if you are getting used to it. This might not be a pose that you are drawn to or your favourite, but just as you stay here, what benefits do you feel? Focusing on your breath. And so we'll just take one more breath here. Slowly lifting your head, just and maybe lowering down to push up. Moving in whatever way you need to. If you just need to fold back into child's pose for a moment before you lie down. Listening to your body. Take your time, there's no rush, even moving into our rest positions. It's very important to be mindful as we actually transition. And so lying here, maybe close your eyes, just sort of savouring whatever sensation you have. What's the flavour of what you feel, physically and emotionally? Can you relax your back? How does it feel in the lumbar? And a different sensation between sort of the left hip and buttock and lower back and the right. So gently, let's bring these in. Again, take a long moment here to rock and really feel through your body. And then we'll roll up other side. So this time drawing the left knee up. Again, please use as many props or blankets as you need to. And this side might feel very different. So just gently coming in. And a block maybe for your head. It always takes just a little while to gently come into this pose. If you're feeling any kind of pain or twinginess, just start to sort of alter the position, and if that doesn't help, then coming out completely. So what do you feel that might be slightly different from the other side? Do you naturally come into the same position where the leg is elevated in this lift? So trying to relax both legs, buttocks, sides of the waist. And deep breathing into the belly just helps any tightness in the lower back. Can you relax your arms and your hands and wrists? Which side feels better? Can you breathe easily here and deeply? And if after a while you might be able to just adjust the position, come up a little bit higher if there's movement in the lower back. And then gently we will come out. Maybe start to lower down. And then using your arms, pushing up gently. Again, just take a moment if you need to into a very soft sort of gentle child, or maybe just sort of sway before coming down. These poses we come into in yin are not poses that we kind of move through in our day-to-day life. So taking a long time in them, it does take a little while to come out of them as well. Just being mindful of each movement and each limb. Let's lie down. And just taking a few moments to observe. Just wiggle your hips if you need to, rock the pelvis, find a relaxing position. And just following your breath. Watching the sensation fade. And we'll draw our knees in. So for the next pose, I want to give you yogi's choice. Either caterpillar, where we just sit and lean forwards, or coming into turtle, which is more like a child's pose, that little compression ball. The final one is heart bench, so we are opening up backwards. So both of these are counterposing the spine. So rolling up, what does your body feel like most? Either coming into caterpillar, so leaning forward with the legs stretched out, which is lovely for your bladder. Or do you think that your body might need to come into turtle? Maybe try both. I often like to give you yogi's choice so that you can tune into your own body in this very moment and decide maybe what you feel that you might need. And if you find that actually you prefer the other one, please move into it. Whichever one you choose, just trying to relax as much as you can. It might take a while, but keep rotating your awareness around your body. Both are lovely for the spine, stretching from tailbone all the way upwards. One is quite a deep compression, and the other not so much. If you've chosen turtle, just allow everything to relax through your arms and your shoulders. Arms feeling heavy and limp. Deep breathing to the belly. Notice if you're pushing out your belly to your thighs. Just seeing if you can relax the abdominal muscles as you breathe. If you're in caterpillar, just enjoying that gentle forward fold, softening gradually, relaxing the legs. Keep looking for tension.
Just witness your thoughts, what's going through your mind. And then we will gently just take one more breath. If you're in turtle, just bring the hands either side of the head, lift up slowly. We've had the head very low for a while. Coming up, noticing any dizziness, and then we lie down. Notice if the pose that you chose, either caterpillar or turtle, was the one that you really needed. Where can you feel all the chi moving in your body now? Perhaps through the legs, up to the groin, around the hip flexors possibly. Just relaxing your back. How do you feel? How do you really feel? Beyond the physical, are you quite calm? Maybe every now and then you'll notice you're just sort of floating in a conscious awareness, maybe not really even focusing on anything in particular, just being. And then gently we'll take our knees in, one right one first, then left one. Enjoying a rock, we're going to come into heart bench, which is a lovely counter pose for our spine. And really lovely for the thoracic, opening heart, great for throat. So just rolling up. 2 blocks. One of my favourite poses, this one. Not always while you're in it, but actually the after effects are just really good. So lying back. Gently we lie back over the block that aligns with our spine, sort of just behind the heart area, and then the other block just for the head. Have a few moments, there's always a few moments of fidgeting, just to get that block exactly where you feel it needs to be today. And then we can relax. Relax through the lower back and buttocks. Let the chin drop downwards, and this naturally just lengthens through your neck. Your arms can be out to the sides, level, sort of more level with your shoulders if you wish. You're going to feel that extra stretch through the upper arms and chest, or if you're most comfortable just with them sort of loosely by your sides, then you choose. Wherever you can sort of feel relaxed as well as feeling sensation. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Notice where your thoughts go in the silences. And just letting your breath be natural but be conscious. Where else can you relax? Just check in with your neck. Just take a few more breaths here, enjoying this last feeling. And then supporting your body with your arms as you lift your head first, then your body, and we'll come back down. Take a nice deep breath and relax. How do you feel? What are the words that come to mind when you lie here and just rest and feel what you feel? Are they invigorated, spacious, a bit more charged up, but also relaxed? Balanced? So gently, let's bring the knees in, coming into relaxation now. Choosing if you just want to remain lying down, pulling a blanket over and soft cushions, or if you want to come to seated. And whichever position you're in, just get cozy. Whether you feel you need a blanket for warmth or not, it's just lovely to have sometimes the weight over you. Some fabric that feels soft and nourishing. If you have it wrapped over your shoulders, that can feel in some ways supportive. Like someone's got your back. All these ways that we can feel better. I'm going to take an angel card. Just to see what message of wisdom. Oh, 2 have fallen out. I'm going to take those as a given today. Especially when they fall out. It's like they've said, yep, you've got to read me. We have Isabella. And I don't know if they're conflicting or not, so we'll just have to read them. So relaxing back. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. In answer to your question, yes, this situation is everything that you hoped it would be. It is still a good idea to keep your eyes open and pray for angelic assistance along the way. Even ideal situations require adjustments as you move forward. However, we angels foresee smooth sailing with this decision. The opportunity is even more favourable because of the timing. Several pieces of the puzzle here have now fallen into place. You have also learned some valuable lessons and have prepared you. Your patience has paid off, and now it is time for you to reap the rewards. Take bold steps while listening to the wise guidance of your heart as you move forward fearlessly. And then we have Merlina. So whatever thoughts you have in your mind at the moment, maybe this will resonate. You are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. You have felt like you are chasing your tail, looking at this option and then that option. This indecisiveness is exhausting you, dear one. The reason why you are confused is that you have not have enough information to make an informed decision. Your choices appear too similar right now, but once you conduct additional research, your decision will become more clear. First, begin asking God and the angels to enter your dreams and give you more information. Then ask your feelings to give you guidance. This means imagining what it would feel like to make this decision. Then imagine what it would feel like to make another choice. Go deep within and notice how your body reacts as you try on the different options. If your gut or jaw tightens, this is a sign that something isn't right. If your heart flutters with warmth, then this is a sign you are on the right path. Before making your final decision, seek the counsel of wise friends, teachers, and those experienced and with intuition that can guide you. So 2 cards. One saying explore a little bit more before making decision, and then the other saying the timing is right. So I shall leave that with you, whether that resonates in any way that you felt confused, maybe more exploration of something until you find that right feeling for it to be right. Have a few more moments to ponder those 2 cards. Maybe they reflect 2 different situations in life. So very gently, just bringing your awareness back. Notice what thoughts you had as you were lying there, whether there was any clarity with something. And then gently we can just start to move fingers and toes. Maybe roll the head from side to side. Take a deep breath, maybe a long sigh. And then ever so gently just start to have a stretch, maybe arms overhead, and then drawing knees in. And then you can roll up to seated in your own time. Take a moment in this seated position just to imagine roots, energetic roots coming from the tailbone, and just sink them into Mother Earth. Another opportunity just to ground before we come into the rest of our day. And then we can draw our hands to heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste.